answer is you? Yes. It is very easy to put the blame on the government, on the situation that you were born, or any other excuse that you would like to invent at that point. Why do I say excuse? Because of one single reason. Everyone is responsible for their own consequences. If I know that eating a certain food triggers my stomach, that means that I am the one to blame for when I go to the bathroom and suffer the, you know what, events that follow getting that tasty meal the wrong way. Now, taking that into consideration, we should be aware of one specific detail. Although the answer is yourself, remember one thing: you need information, you need assistance, you need tools, and AI properly used might be that tool. And there are certain things like habits that might need more than just assistance from a book. Maybe a doctor, maybe a coach on the subject that you are dealing with. Maybe is a sports manager that rather than give you an exercise drill to improve your performance in the specific area of physical endurance that you need to improve to at least get a passing grade, that same coach for sports needs to just sit down with you and speak. Listen to your problems like if he were your father or somebody you cared their medical or life advice. Yes, sometimes venting what you have in your heart is more important than just doing nothing. So you are the answer to your problems. Yes, life goes on for everyone. And yes, life is not easy. But I hope that when you find a problem, the first thing you do, rather than think negatively, you see yourself in the following light: what am I doing that I can do better? Rather than just drowning in this glass of water, grab the glass of water and drink it and not drown on it. I know it sounds harsh and that you have heard this before, but it's not about how many times you listen the same advice, it's how you take it. Let's say that you care for someone and that someone is you, but you are a third person. Imagine that you want to give yourself an advice that you already know. You have two options because the advice, the symbol of that is a gold stone that weighs so much that might be sold for at least $5,000. Imagine that. You have two ways to give that gold bar at that point to the person. You can throw the gold at that person, which is yourself, or wrap it in a gift box and gift it to the other person. Present it. The way that you take the advice will affect if the other person will apply it or even think about it. Or when they hit rock bottom, which usually happens, they will actually apply it and get out of there. Because everybody hits rock bottom at the time. I don't know when or how or why, any specific detail. It happens. So we need to be ready for when that day comes in any given part of our lives, family, marriage, whatever. Let me put you in my case, not an example. I'm 7 years old, married, and the first time I actually had a heated discussion with my wife, it was when we were around a month or two just married. We still have the fever, you know the details. But the point is, we discussed on the methodology on how to do the dishes. I mean, for real, am I going to get upset to the point of breathing fire just because my wife told me how to do the dishes? Or that my method was better than hers? For whatever reason that we were both right, we were both wrong because our attitudes was incorrect. Yes, what matters at the end of the day is that the dishes are properly washed. Now, if I'm not wasting water because we were not having that abundance, but the method of washing the dishes was okay. Regardless of who was right or wrong, do you think that was worth it? That she fought with me and I fought with her like we were toddlers for something so insignificant? Oh, Cat Boss, this stream is more like about you are the answer to your problems, that we are responsible for the consequences in our lives. That is the source, that what I want you to take from this. Like, if you ignore the whole video and just take one sentence, you are responsible for your own actions. If you get bad results on something, you are responsible. But if you get good results on something, you are responsible. And you gotta accept that, like, joyfully, because it was a good outcome out of your actions. Exactly, Jeanette. That's what I say. If we sometimes think that the answer is forcing my reason onto another person so I can feel happy about myself, I am in the wrong. And let's say that I am right about something. Let's say doing the dishes again. If I, although I am right, demand the wrong way that I have the reason, you know what happens? You automatically lose your reason, even if you're right, lawfully required. Let's say that you go to court because maybe the doctor neighbor got okay and got loosed, and maybe they did number two on your yard and the neighbor is denying it. You have two options: take ownership, make a recording, go to court, whatnot, do the protocol, talk with the HOA if there's one, or do something about it. Whether good or bad, you are responsible for how you react to the number two of the dog in your yard. Because, first, that's not your dog. But second, you cannot harm the other neighbor's dog because then he will have a reason to fight you in court and potentially win. Now, you have other options. You can call animal control and solve the situation from the root and get your neighbor's hatred, and then no, neither of you will get along. Another one would be talk with him nicely and explain the situation and clean the dog. You know what word I was gonna say? I won't. But you got the drill. So make sure to enjoy life on your own terms and be responsible of how you react with others. See you tomorrow in another live for similar subjects. Let me know in the comments if you want any given topic being spoken of. I will be willing and in the future, not now, be providing private free coaching on general life advice for now. My goal is to eventually grow into business coaching, private paid, whether through Zoom, Google Meet, or any platform that you may feel comfortable with. But At the same time, if you don't want to spend a cent, also get an answer to talk with somebody who actually cares. Not for your wallet, but that actually cares for you as a human. Because that's what we all are, regardless of what we believe or come from. Now, I finished with what Jeanette wrote a moment ago. Just grow together, work together. Thank you for hearing my stream. I will see you tomorrow following up on this topic.